years in building businesses and building ways to generate residual income. And if, for those of you that may be guests on the webinar tonight, what residual income is it's income that keeps coming in each and every week or each and every month, whether you actually work for it or not. And that, to me, is what can create true freedom in your life. If you have money coming in, whether you go to work or not, and it depends on whether you're on the 40-year plan to retirement, or maybe you're on our plan, which is more like the 3 to 5 year plan to retirement. We're going to share with you an opportunity that is taking advantage of amazing timing that's happening right now in the marketplace, and how we're timing what's going on in the economy to generate a very, very exciting opportunity here at Numis. So let's get into it. As I mentioned, my partners and I, that's me in the middle with my beautiful wife and my partners, Ian and Jake, we created this opportunity, and we really came together because we saw not only a lot of people out there struggling in the economy and in the United States and really around the world, but some of our closest friends have gone through some very, very troubling times with the collapse in 2008, and we wanted to create a solution for the financial problems that really face anybody today. And we really identified three main issues that people were facing out there. We like to call it tax, excessive tax burden. I think there's almost everybody would agree that we pay a lot in taxes today to the government. And then another major problem that we identified was people's inability to accumulate assets. You know, if you really study the wealthy, and I've been very lucky to study a lot of wealthy people over the last 25 years, one of the things you'll notice is that the wealthy have a lot of assets, and the people that aren't wealthy don't really have that ability to accumulate assets. And that's one of the problems that we solve here at Numis Network. And then obviously a big one is limited cash flow. And we're going to show you how to take care of all three of those here tonight with the Numis Opportunity. We knew at Numis that if we could just solve these problems, it could really be solved by something really simple, would be a valid home-based business. If there was a valid home-based business out there, we could address all three of these at the same time. So my question to you tonight is, how would you like to make an extra, or how would you like to put an extra $500 in your pocket this month without doing anything different than what you're doing right now? And what we've done at Numis is put together something that's extraordinary, that takes advantage of some of the tax code out there. And one of the tax codes, the IRS regulations, says about a valid home-based business, if your expectation that assets used in that activity of that business may appreciate in value, then you can take the deductions that a normal business would take. And one of the things that we have here at Numis Network is we have the most extraordinary, unique product in the home-based business arena, period. Now, the IRS code also says that when you have a valid home-based business, you can reasonably expect the following deductions off of your taxes. So let's take some of these examples. Home or office, up to 10% of the house or apartment for rent or for your mortgage. You can take up to 10% deduction, your phone, your internet service, your cell phone. I've got $60 there for cell phone. I don't know too many people that only spend $60 on their cell phone, but computer, automobile, your travel, your meals, and other miscellaneous items. The average person can expect to save about $500 per month just in tax savings alone by having a valid home-based business. Now, what makes, again, Numis so unique is that IRS regulation about assets, and that's where our company really stands out from anything that's ever been out there before. So if you don't have a valid home-based business, you're probably paying about $500 extra in a month in taxes to the government. If you do have a valid home-based business, well, the government will allow you approximately $500 per month to you in tax savings. So the question is real simple. Which would you prefer? Next month, you can send that $500 to the government, or you can keep it in your pocket. And that's what we're going to share with you tonight, is exactly how to do that. Now, of course, you want to check with your tax advisor to see exactly how these write-offs will work for you and how they best apply to you. But what is Numis? Well, Numis is exactly that. It's that solution. It's a home-based business solution that can help anyone transform their financial lives by creating their own asset development program, specifically silver assets. Now, why would you want to collect or accumulate silver assets? You know, I used my finance degree after I got out of school. I went into the insurance industry, and ultimately I went into the telecommunications industry. We had a really good run in that industry in the 90s. I used to tell people I'd rather be in the right place at the right time than be smart, because my partner and I were in the right place at the right time in the telecom industry in the 90s. And it was kind of like the real estate industry several years ago, where if you were there, you were bound to make money, and you could make a lot of money. Well, we sold that company in 1999 at the very top. Again, timing could not have been better to get out of that industry before it imploded. But one of the things that I did with that money is I started trading it myself. I really became my own financial planner, and I started studying the currency market. In 1999, the currency market opened up to individuals to trade, and I started studying the U.S. dollar against the Japanese yen. I started studying the U.S. dollar against the British pound and against the euro and against the all of the other currencies around the world, like the Australian dollar and the Canadian dollar. And I traded those because in 1999 it was deregulated, so individuals could trade that market. And one of the things that I noticed from 2001 to 2007 is that the U.S. dollar went down every single year. And that's what I want to share with you tonight, is that I believe that accumulating silver assets is much smarter and a much better way to go than accumulating paper assets. Because here's a chart of the U.S. dollar. A lot of people don't realize this, but the U.S. dollar has literally lost 96% of its purchasing power in the last 100 years. What you used to buy $100 is $3.80 today in 2010 terms. Now, let's give you an example of that, how that relates to silver. And we're just going to go back to 1966. We're not going to go back 100 years. We're just going to go back about 45 years. In 1966, if you went into a Ford dealership, you could buy a brand new Ford Mustang with 2,500 paper dollars or 2,500 silver dollars. Back in 1966, silver was worth $1 per ounce. Well, if you fast forward to today, how much are you going to get with that 2,500 paper dollars? Well, you're going to get a down payment on a Ford Mustang, but with those 2,500 silver dollars, valued at about $37 to $38 a piece today for 1 ounce of silver, you're going to be able to buy 3 brand new Mustangs. So here's the difference. Accumulating silver, it's gone up 300% in purchasing power in the last 45 years, while paper dollars have gone down over 80% in that same time period. Paper dollars down 80%, silver dollars up 300% in purchasing power during the same time period. It's why we believe at Numis that silver, if you want to protect your purchasing power, and we've seen it, what just happened last week when Ben Bernanke came out and said he was going to do QE to infinity. He's going to continue printing money. And guys, I can tell you that means one thing and one thing only. When he continues to print money, that puts more supply on the market. When more supply, obviously price goes down and value goes down. If you want to protect your purchasing power, silver is the way to go. And we're going to show you how you can accumulate silver assets here at Numis Network. It's through what we call our Silver Premier Club. Each month, you're going to receive a graded coin from one of the world's leading government mints. Now, these are not ordinary bullion silver coins. The coins that you get from Numis Network are the most valuable silver coins in the world because each one of them have been authenticated, graded, certified by the world's most respected third-party grading companies. These coins not only have precious metal value, but they also have numismatic value, which means they have 2 different opportunities to increase in value over time. Each one has been graded perfect MS70. It's kind of like diamonds. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. And with Numis, every single one of our coins are MS70. Now, coin grading is on a scale from 1 to 70. It's not a scale from 1 to 100. It's 1 to 70. 70 is the highest possible grade that a coin can receive, and each coin that you will receive as a member of our Silver Premier Club will be perfect MS70. Now, in addition to that, when you join our club, you get some very, very unique benefits that you will not find out there in the marketplace. These are unique benefits that are only for our members that are part of our club. First one is the Keith Love Signature Series. This is one of my favorite features because what this allows you to do is we've teamed up with one of the greatest numismatic experts in the world today in Keith Love, and he brings us unbelievable deals on coins, specially priced, rare, limited edition coins for our members only. Yes, you have to be a member to get into the Keith Love Signature Series. Keith is like I said, one of the most well-respected and accomplished professions in the field of collectible coins. I want to give you an example of what Keith did for us last month. The San Francisco Mint came out with the 75th anniversary edition of the U.S. Silver Eagle, the American Silver Eagle. And they made, for the third time only, a reverse proof anti-proof coin with an S Mint mark on it. These coins came out and literally doubled and tripled in value overnight, and you can see them selling out in the marketplace. This set right here, you can see it selling, like for instance, go to Home Shopping Network, hsn.com. You'll see this exact set selling on there for $429. This is one of those rare collectible sets that over time, because it has that reverse proof in there, I've seen the reverse proof on the left-hand side of the screen selling for as much as $500 in the marketplace just by itself. But our members, if you were a member of the Silver Premier Club, you could literally buy this set at below cost last month for only $219.95. These are the type of deals that Keith is going to bring us for members of our club. Again, it's a membership benefit, and I think it's one of the most valuable parts of being a member of the Silver Premier Club. Now, in addition to that, we have something called Family Fun Time and our Silver Bulletin that comes in each and every month with your silver coin. And this is really for the kids. You know, if you have children and you're looking for a way to get involved in their education, I can tell you there's not a better way than the Silver Premier Club, because literally each and every coin has history, geography, and a finance lesson in that coin. Over the last 3 years, I've been able to collect with my 9, now 12-year-old daughter. And I tell you guys, when we look at the financial state that this country's in today, I think we all would agree that we're in pretty tough times ahead. And if we want to change things, it's got to start with our children. We got to teach them the value of building assets and saving instead of spending. You know, if you go back 30 or 40 years ago, you'll see a country in the U.S. where people used to value savings. They used to actually save. You used to actually be able to, believe it or not, used to be able to take your money down to the bank and put it into the bank and get a decent interest rate for placing that money into savings. As you well know today, you don't get any interest off of your savings account at the bank. I think pretty soon they're going to make us pay them just to hold on to it. But this can really teach your children, because if we want to bring the country back financially, I believe it's going to take savings and investment, because that's what built this country, with savings and investment. So this gives you an opportunity to spend some time with the children and teach them. Maybe it's grandchildren, maybe it's a niece, nephew, but a really good opportunity with Family Fun Time and the Silver Bulletin, which is going to teach them a lot of fun facts about the coins and the countries that they come from. Now, one of the other things that makes our company so unique and this Silver Premier opportunity so unique is our 100% buyback guarantee. This allows you to not only collect these silver assets each month, but collect them with complete peace of mind that no matter what happens, you have a 100% guarantee that we at Numis, after 5 years, will actually buy back any coin that you purchase through the Silver Premier Club for 100% of the price that you paid. So you absolutely have zero downside in collecting one of these coins each and every month and accumulating some assets for the future. You know, one of the other things that is my favorite part of our program is that you can actually get your coin for free each and every month. You see, it's not just about accumulating silver assets, but what if you could actually do it for free? And that's where our opportunity really stands out from anything else out there, because when you join our Silver Premier Club, if you refer 3 people, you get a coin for free. And it's not just for referring 3, it's every 3 that you refer. So if you refer 6, you get 2 coins for free. And you don't just get 2 coins for free once, you get them for free every single month. So if you have 9 customers on the Silver Premier Club, you get 3 coins for free each and every month. This can add up to some significant assets for you. And you might be asking yourself, well, how am I going to get these customers? Well, one of the things that Numis has done is something absolutely revolutionary. And we're going to be talking a lot about this on our 10 o'clock webinar tonight. If you can come back for our 10 o'clock training, Numis has teamed up with the #1 numismatic salesman in the world. His name is Mr. Mike Mezak, and he's actually the coin collector on the Home Shopping Network. When you join Numis as a business owner, you are going to receive a $70,000 TV infomercial on your own website called Numis.tv. Now, Mike does all the selling. Mike sells about $100 to $150 million in collectible coins every single year on TV, and now he's going to go to work for you. When you send somebody to your Numis.tv, literally your own television station on the internet, it's going to have infomercials playing for you. I like to actually call them netfomercials because this is something that's brand new. As you guys know, if you guys have paid any attention to what's going on the internet, video has taken over, and now we are the first company to come out with infomercials. Instead of taking Mike and putting him on television and spending millions of dollars in advertising to sell these coins, we're simply going to pay you to tell people about it through word-of-mouth advertising. So instead of spending $70,000, $80,000 for the infomercial and then millions of dollars in advertising every year, we're simply going to send that advertising money back to the representatives and back to you, and you get to own your own television station on the internet. When somebody joins off of here, remember, not only do you get the ability to earn free coins, you also will earn residual income from every single coin that's purchased from you each and every month. That's where you build long-term residual income, is through customers that you sign up. Now, the advantages of a Numis business over anything else out there, I believe, and the way we've set this company up is that literally you are more financially successful just from the tax advantages, plus being a Silver Premier Club member. So whether you ever recruited anybody or signed up the first customer, just your tax savings alone, plus the asset that you're going to be collecting each and every month, you're going to be financially successful. One of the challenges that so many direct sales companies have is that they have people that come into their companies and they're not successful financially because they spend all of this money on product. They don't get to take the tax advantages or the tax breaks because they don't have a valid home-based business, and ultimately they end up failing. Well, I've got my good friend here, Mr. Dave Angelo, up in New Jersey. And hey, Dave, are you out there? Can you hear me tonight?
I can, Chris. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, buddy. If you could speak up a little bit louder. Guys, the guy in this picture here is Mr. Dave Angelo, 5-star director from Ocean City, New Jersey. Dave, tell us a little bit about how you got started with Numis and how did you accumulate all these assets that we see in this picture here?
I would love to, and thank you, Chris, for having me tonight. It's a true honor to be here with everybody tonight. So hello to everybody around the country and the world joining us here. Chris, I get so excited looking at your presentation tonight. I feel like I'm looking at it for the first time, and I'm just really, really tickled pink about what we have going on here. It couldn't be better. How I got started with Numis Network was simple. I go back, as Chris mentioned. I live in New Jersey. I grew up here. I've been here all my life, and I got involved in the network marketing industry quite a few years back. But to keep it short tonight, I was shared Numis. Numis was shared with me, back in the beginning when they were first starting in July of '09. And, the company was nothing than what it was today. I think if I saw Numis today, I probably would have signed up twice. We had one coin back then, just a silver American Eagle, and really kind of just the vision of Chris and his partners. And that was it. We had one website. We had no Numis to even have any of this stuff that we see tonight. And to see what's happened over the last 36 months has been absolutely life-changing. For me personally, Chris, I started like everybody else. I didn't have a ton of network marketing experience when I got started. I was just plugging along, but I was hungry, and I wanted what everybody wanted out of this business: time, freedom, and residual income. So I hung in there with you and plugged along, and it took me a good year and a half, but it was fortunate enough to make a level 5-star director, and this company literally, ladies and gentlemen, has changed my life. And in some matters, it saved my life. And the reason I say that is, I used to punch a clock day and night and do a lot of stuff and run myself into the ground. And this business, Numis Network, has given me the ability to really just have some time freedom to be where I need to be when I need to be there for my family and responsibilities, but also to provide an income to only do Numis. This is all I do. This is all I've done since January of 2010. And as far as these assets that we see here on the table, Chris, that's spectacular. When I look at it, sometimes I forget because, we keep putting it away month after month. And this photo is almost, it's back from February. So this is quite a few months ago. And how I acquired them was just, started on the Coin of the Month Club, the Silver Premier Club. I was getting one coin a month, and I made some money, and I understood the value of collecting assets and collecting numismatics versus collecting paper money. So I took a little bit of what I made and bought some more, and that's what I just kept doing. And then about almost not quite a year ago, maybe a year ago, you came out with the program of getting coins for free. So, I started introducing that program to people, and next thing you know, I was getting one coin for free, and next thing you know, I got another coin for free. And just a few days ago, Chris, I don't think I told you this, I got a package at the post office, and it was like a normal, well, let's not confuse anybody on the line. It was like my normal Silver Coin of the Month Club package, but it was thick and it was heavy. And I couldn't think, what could the company possibly send me that was so thick and heavy in this letter size package? And then I opened it up, and there was 5 1-ounce MS-70 silver Philharmonica coins in there. And I can tell you, Chris, with all these coins that you see on the table and all the trips that we've taken and all, it felt so good to get 5 of those coins for free in the month of September. I can't even tell you. And I came home and I shared it with Olivia and I shared it with the kids, and they said, "Oh my goodness!" They even said, "Is that from showing that Numis TV site?" I said, "Absolutely." So I've been fortunate enough to hang around here long enough and see you build this to one of what I believe the best opportunity on the planet, and I believe anybody can do it, and everyone can start extremely, very, very, very part-time. That's what all of us do, and really just create something really special and a legacy for yourself and your family. And, with all the things out there, Chris, one thing I can say is my wife and I, between the cash, the tax savings, and the assets, we've been able to pull out of Numis a very strong 6-figure dollar amount. So I'm appreciative that all that you put together and all you do and all the support, and for each and everybody that's out there on the line. And I encourage everybody to get started with us and start creating your legacy and your asset development program.
Thanks. I appreciate it, Dave. Great job, buddy. One of the things that excites me the most here at Numis Network is stories like Dave's where, Dave, when you started with Numis back in January of 2010, how much assets did you and your family have really put away for the future when you started?
Zero. I had a few coins because I went to work in January, but I had a few coins. But before Numis, other than a barrel of some bullion coins, some Morgan silver dollars and some stuff from my uncle and father passed down to me, I didn't own a coin. I didn't own any coins. I'm sorry?
And I think today you probably have your collection altogether is probably over $50,000 probably.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that number. Absolutely.
That's awesome, buddy. That's really what's so much different about Numis is when I look at my daughter's collection that she's been able to put together over the last 3 years, and she keeps a log and she tells me, "Dad, I've got almost $5,000 now saved up in silver assets." That's exciting. That's exciting where you can put people in a position that's much, much different than they were just a few years ago. And that's what we're doing with literally thousands of people all over the country and literally around the world now, including in Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia. So, guys, it's a very, very unique opportunity we have here at Numis. And one of the things that I love about this opportunity is we also have a leveraged compensation plan where you can earn off the efforts of others. You know, one of the things that I love is I love residual income. I love making money over and over and over again off of something I do. But you know what's better than residual income? And you'll see it right here in this chart I'm going to show you. What's better than residual income is leveraged residual income. When I found out about this industry in 1993, and somebody showed me the first compensation plan where I knew I was going out and I was going door to door selling insurance in the 95-degree temperatures of Florida and dodging all the thunderstorms and the dogs barking at my heels, I knew that if I could make money not only on my efforts, but the efforts of others, that business was for me, because not only could you earn residual income, but you could leverage that. And that's the key to making a lot of money. So if you look at the Numis compensation plan, it works real simply. What you do is you go out and you share this opportunity with others. You find other people that want to have their own $70,000 net commercial on Numis.tv station where they can have Mike Mezak doing the selling for them. Yes, say you share this with 3 people, then they share it with 3, and so on. You get paid off of this entire team. There's over 16 different ways to make money in our compensation plan, including 5-star incentive trips that we take around the world and all throughout the Caribbean. We have a huge incentive trip we're qualifying for right now, and I'm so excited. I know Dave's already qualified for it. We've got a lot of people that are qualifying for it every single day, and you can as well if you're a guest on this call tonight. We also have what's called our 6-star BMW car program, where once you reach the 6-star level, that will be the next level for Mr. Dave Angelo. He will be able to get a brand new BMW that the company pays for each and every month. In addition to that, like I said, we have our luxury trips and awards. We're getting ready to take a 5-star cruise out of Fort Lauderdale in January, and you can qualify for this in no time at all. In fact, we'll teach you how the person that invited you on this call tonight can literally take you step by step what it will take for you to do in the next 30 days to get qualified for our next trip on the Royal Caribbean Independence of the Seas in January. One of the other things that we're doing right now at Numis is we're setting up our national expansion team. This is really a core group of people that want to really take their business to the next level, and that's something that you can join in right now as well with Numis. Here's some of our top income earners around the country. Mr. Dave and Michelle Lovett out in California. Mr. Ray Higgin, top income earner down in Fort Myers, Florida. And I tell you, Ray's got a great story of where he came from and where he is today, how he's turned his life around financially just in the last 3 years. And we literally have people all over the country that are taking advantage of this opportunity today. And if they can do it, obviously so can you. How do you get started? Well, you get started as a representative to get in your Numis TV station. You start with our success system and our fast track collector's kit. It's only $495. Think about this for a minute, guys. This, for the guests here tonight, I want you to really seriously think about this. You know, for less than the cost of an iPhone, you can get started in a business that can literally change your financial life. Instead of being on that 40-year plan, you can be on that 5-year plan to financial independence for less than the price of an iPhone. And now, in your Silver Premier, in your Fast Track Collector's Kit, not only are you going to get your first silver coin, you're going to get everything that's pictured here, including 4 marketing websites. Numis TV is actually not pictured here. We had it on before. But think about this. You're going to be profitable your first month, because to establish your home-based business, it's going to cost you $495. But your tax savings in the first month alone is going to be approximately $500. So essentially, it's free. Now, when you join, you're also going to be joining the Silver Premier Club, and you're also going to get something called Pro Suite, which is everything that you need to run your business, including 4 marketing websites, back office business center, video training library, online marketing system, your Success Club membership. You're going to get Numis TV, and you're going to get your Go Numis mobile app, which will be out in the next week or so. So everything you need to maintain your business is about $150 a month. That gives you $350 positive cash flow just from your tax savings alone. And remember, you receive that silver asset each and every month. So don't go another month wasting $500. Get started with the person that invited you on this call tonight. I want to bring a couple of special guests out talk a little bit about the opportunity and why they're doing this business. I want to start with Miss Ashley Hendricks in Huntsville, Alabama. Hey, Ashley, you there tonight?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you great. Thanks so much for being on the webinar.
Hey, I'm thrilled to be here.
Ashley, tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your story, and why did you join Numis? Why did you see this as a real valid home-based business for you? And tell us what you're doing in the business.
Sure. So I'm a newly single mother who found myself facing unemployment just 2 weeks before Christmas of last year. I found Numis, and I joined because I wanted a better life for my daughter. I wanted to be able to stay home with her and, to have the time freedom to volunteer at her school, cook dinner, spend time with her in the afternoons and evenings in a way that just wasn't possible before. So I joined Numis in February of this year, and I didn't start working the business for the first 6 months that I was involved. But the thing is, even though I didn't start building right away, I've actually accumulated almost $850 in assets that I wouldn't have if I hadn't joined when I did. So I know that building an asset base is really the best way to secure our financial future for my daughter and I. And I wouldn't have put away that kind of money if I hadn't been a part of Numis Network. So yeah, I'm super excited about where I and my team are headed with Numis. I've actually just recently enrolled my first executive, and I'm looking forward to being a part of Numis's very first national expansion team.
That's awesome, Ashley. Well, thank you so much for being on here tonight. It's been great working with you over the last week and a half or so, and we look for continued success. Thank you. Thanks for being on.
Hey, thank you.
All right, let's see, we've had Huntsville, Alabama, Ocean City, New Jersey. Let's bring it back down to the Sunshine State here and bring out Mr. Eric Eisenberg. Hey, Eric, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me, Chris?
I can hear you great, buddy.
Hey, great.
Eric, tell us a little bit about why a successful business guy like you joins Numis Network and what you see the opportunity here, and tell us a little bit about some of the success that you've had.
Okay, great. Well, the main reason that I got involved, first the business was shared to me from a friend approximately a year and a half ago. And just a little on my background, I call myself these days a involuntarily retired builder developer, because I think everybody knows what happened in the housing industry starting in 2006 and 2007. It was a total crash. And I went from doing over 400 homes a year to zero real quick. And one of the biggest things that I realized was that I was not diversified. I've been in building and developing for over 30 years. And when the crash came, it was everything. I didn't have any other businesses going on. So, realizing that I think everybody, no matter what they do, they need to be diversified. And Numis is a perfect diversification business. Prior to seeing Numis, I had been collecting, I did have some gold and silver bullion, so I understood the precious metal values, what they were. I didn't know, I had some coins, but I really didn't know that much about numismatics, and obviously joining Numis, I learned on numismatics, and as a matter of fact, if people do their homework on it, they'll find out that numismatics outperform bullion, the stock market, virtually everything. So, and being as a builder developer, I did my due diligence when I saw it. I checked you out, and Ian and Jake, and you guys came out squeaky clean. You have great backgrounds, over 20 years in direct sales, no blemishes whatsoever. And we saw we saw the opportunity. We're involved in it. We think Numis right now is poised to be one of the largest direct selling companies ever. It's on its way. The product we have is something that you're not ashamed of. You're not embarrassed to tell anybody about or share it with. And we just see it as a great future going ahead. And since we've been in Numis, also collecting the assets are wonderful. We so far have probably over $25,000 worth of assets that we've collected. And a lot of those, just like Dave Angelo said, a lot of those assets we have are free, because when the program came out, I think it was within the first 30 days, we had our first free coin. Now we're getting 3 or 4. I think we just qualified to get 4 coins a month. So Dave's got us by 1 coin. But And I got to tell you another thing. If you've been watching the precious metals markets, I think our collections have gone up maybe 15% in the last few weeks because of what's going on out there. And you're absolutely right with Bernanke sitting there getting QE3 through. We know there's going to be billions of dollars printed again, and our paper dollars that are already going down in value are going to go down more in value, and our assets that we're collecting are going to go up much more.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Eric. I appreciate you being on here tonight, buddy. We appreciate everything you do. Thanks.
Thank you.
I think Eric said it very well. Our product that we have here at Numis Network, guys, if you're looking at this for the first time, think about this when you think about Numis's product. We've got the only product in the network marketing industry, in the direct sales industry, that does not have to be demonstrated. You do not have to demonstrate gold and silver. People get it, okay? Not only do you not have to demonstrate it, but you also don't have to prove that it works. Every other product out there has a claim that it'll do this or it'll do that or it'll cure this or it'll clean that or it'll do something. And understand, this product does not have to be proven that it works. Gold and silver have been around for 6,000 years. It's been used to preserve wealth for literally decades and decades. And with the economy the way it is, with Bernanke, as Eric said, with QE3, I like to call it QE infinity because he hasn't really given an end to when he'll stop printing. Guys, this is where you want to be. This is going to be possibly one of the best opportunities that you'll ever see in your lifetime to take advantage of timing the marketplace. And that's one of the things that I've been able to do very successfully throughout my career is time the markets. And I can tell you that I have never, ever seen better timing right now than for our product and where we sit with Numis Network. Just imagine if you were like Eric, if you were like Dave, getting 4 to 5 of these silver coins each and every month in your mailbox for free. Guys, let me tell you how simple it is to sign up 3 customers. I did it yesterday. I signed up 3 in one day. And it was just simply by sharing it with people. We were in a restaurant today, and I ran into my server, a real nice gentleman named Brandon. And my partner was sitting across, was sitting over in another meeting at this restaurant. It's one of our favorite restaurants. We eat lunch there usually 2 or 3 times a week. And my partner comes over to me, and he says, hey, I was talking to this guy, and, I don't have an application on you. Do you have an application? And I signed up 3 customers yesterday. I signed up a customer today in the restaurant. Guys, it's simply a matter of sharing this with people. People understand that they need to be doing this anyway. They understand they need to be doing it for their future. They understand they need to be doing it for their kids, their grandkids. And they also understand what's happening around them in the economy. We just have to give them that vehicle to protect their assets and really to protect their purchasing power. So, guys, if you're on this call again tonight as a guest, please get back with the person that invited you tonight. Let them know if you want to get started on their team, and we look forward to